Well, collaborative sensing, basically, as one example, you're talking about the FCC just approved a new frequency for communications, and it's basically an automobile to everything. Now, why is that important? Well, if you really think about people and transport, it's a collaborative process. Obviously, cars, you don't want them running into one another. But at the same time, they have no means today, literally, to take advantage of that other than hyper-locally, which is a fancy way of saying you have a set of either cameras or radar on your car, and you probably try not to run into the person in front of you. That's not collaborative sensing. What collaborative sensing says, what if we have cameras virtually ubiquitous in a city? Similarly, what if every streetlight is controlled ubiquitously throughout the city? What if every vehicle communicates with a central location, again, throughout a city? Well, imagine you're coming up to an intersection. It's 2 a.m. Somebody who has been drinking, shall we say, excessively, is coming at high speed towards the intersection you're about to cross, and their light is red, and they are not slowing down. Collaborative sensing would be that the indicators on the indicators either within the automobile and or cameras would detect that person clearly being a danger to your life and limb and would actually notify your vehicle immediately to brake and avoid the collision. That's the very basic form. Now we look more macroscopically. If you have today a set of information that says there's an accident on one of 2 possible roadways people are going to use, what happens inevitably is everybody gets off and uses the other roadway, which becomes a rather massive traffic jam. Any one of us who've driven in the region understand this. But there's only one lane blocked by that accident. In collaborative sensing, all of the sensors would interact and say, okay, your car should go to the other direction, but if you whittle down the traffic on this particular road so that it fits in 2 versus 3 lanes, everybody wins. The flip side is that is enormously intrusive in terms of where everybody is at all times, what they're doing, where they're going, and it is an ethical dilemma. The flip side is that is enormously intrusive in terms of where everybody is at all times, what they're doing, where they're going, and it is an ethical dilemma. One of the things about new technologies that we all need to be cognizant of is they get good and it's good and evil. I mean, it's just that simple. And what that means is the regulations, the regulatory bodies that actually prescribe what you can and cannot do with that data have to be rigorously created and enforced. It's not trivial, and I'm not suggesting, and nor do any of us suggest we not do this. There is an enormous benefit to society in terms of just reducing pollution, eliminating or at least mitigating dramatically the horrific death rate on highways. You're talking 25,000, 35,000 people a year killed for no obvious reason other than there was no control on what they were doing that could prevent that. This is the kind of thing that is coming. But we have to be extremely careful how we utilize it. That is enormously intrusive in terms of where everybody is at all times, what they're doing, where they're going, and it is an ethical dilemma.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.